Dr. Kimberg's journey in medicine took him far beyond his South African hometown of Vryheid. He became a renowned gynecologist whose contributions significantly advanced women's health in Namibia through, amongst others, his fertility clinic. His dedication to the medical profession and his compassionate care for patients earned him widespread respect and admiration. Minister of Health and Social Services Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, in his remembrance tribute, said late Dr. Kimberg contributed immensely to the development of health services in the country. He lauded his service as exceptional and said Namibia was now deprived of them. Dr. Shangula, who worked closely with late Dr. Kimberg in the provision of health services, said they trained medical students together and also examining them in his field of specialization. The executive director in the Ministry of Health and Social Services too paid his tribute to the late Kimberg on the work he has done for the nation.
Dr. Kimberg was a progressive individual and health professional who was always ready to give of himself, of his time, of his skill for the well-being of the people of Namibia.
Former Minister of Health and Social Services Dr. Bernard Haufiku said late Dr. Kimberg devoted his spare time to public health care and had a huge empathy for patients who could not afford private health care.
He will consider treat a patient even if that patient hasn't got money to pay. As we know, medical cost in the private sector in Namibia is very, very expensive. But Kimberg wouldn't mind the money if the patient will be alive and get better from the hands he's trained to deal with.
Dr. Daniel Bengesar, a specialist gynecologist and one of Dr. Kimberg's former students, fondly remembers his mentor's teaching and the impact it had on his career.
We pay tribute as the medical community, especially the obstetrics and gynecology community, to Dr. Matti Kimberg for the work that he has done, for the teaching that he has done to most doctors, especially obstetrician and gynecologists. Here in Namibia, I would say a few would say he never benefited from him, especially from my field of specializations, obstetrics and gynecology. He was always available. I remember when I was a general practitioner, he was the person to go to. And he was one of the few during the time that I was a general practitioner. Nowadays, we've got a lot of obstetricians and gynecologists, but in this field, he has mentored a lot of us, and we pay respect to him. To the patients that he has looked after, they have lost a giant.
Throughout his career, Dr. Kimberg was known for his pioneering work and his commitment to improving healthcare access, and his efforts have left a lasting imprint on the nation's healthcare.